Maybe you know what? I probably have like COVID like 18.
COVID-18, maybe.
That's like a little soft COVID,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's what I'm spreading it all over the
Could
place
it
now.
could be? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Because
know,
hearing myself on the mic, I do hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
It sounds nasally a little
yeah.
bit.
You got a little bit going
It
on
doesn't
there.
feel sinusy or nasally, but it could just be. It really could be the allergies. But I think it was whatever was up in that cabin. I think
Well, yeah.
like cabin fever. I got like a
Yeah,
flesh-eating disease. It's in my lungs. It's starting from the inside.
Well, it's better than starting from the outside working its way in, because then
That's
you're
harder.
like an apple. Yeah, you feel
Just
it all.
Coors Light.
Yeah, yeah. At
Just
you
melt me
look-
from the inside.
At least you look pretty when you're dead.
I
You know,
love
the skin's
that.
still intact.
Yeah, I just
So
want to
just,
look like
just
a
don't
beautiful
forget to
corpse.
moisturize. That's all,
right.
because
Always moisturize,
as long as it's
no
from
matter
the
what's going
inside
on.
out.
Unless I hop in a what's the word? Transporter? But like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. What is that?
Can't stop crying.
Oh, Biff Whiff. This
Yeah,
world is worse
man.
off without him.
It
I
is.
feel like there are certain key people that died in this timeline that then they fucked it up.
Yep.
Now that they're gone, it's just all downhill. Downhill.
Do what you want. Pull the plug. I'll kill you.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
kill you.
kill you. Oh yeah, that's right. We got the dual cameras.
Yeah, we can.
We're
I
back.
got my own special camera.
We're
and
back
I know
in
that
two.
we're live because I
Back
can
in two.
feel the buzz biz bang. You know what? Chris
What's Chris?
Chris texted me. No show tonight. JK.
When did he say that?
Just now.
Just now? That son of a bitch.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Are we starting? We're starting late, aren't we?
Well,
damn
yeah, I
it.
guess it is 8:20. Yeah, we're
Here I go. I'm like, I got in here. I'm like, I'm gonna come in early.
there.
because
He is. He says, "Sup, nerds." That's
What's
Chris's.
up, you assholes?
There you go.
Chris, I gotta say, I do unironically love your new pictures that you put up there. I thought it was great.
Me too. And let me show you how much I love them.
I seriously do love them, but we're gonna see something else.
Wait
here.
a minute. Wait a minute. I have to think about how I could do this. How can I make this happen?
I do feel, and I still feel. I know we were away on our honeymoon at the time, but I do wish I was at your wedding, Chris, because I know it was a special moment, a special time for my special little boy.
It's a special time for the special boy. Let's see here. Chris, I'm just gonna do this. We're just gonna do we're gonna do a close up.
Oh, you're gonna show it on
gonna-
here.
We're gonna do a close up on, so you'll recognize this very blurry photo. There you go, and then you'll realize that as we pan to the side.
It is beauty.
There you are.
It is a beautiful image.
Touch of God, baby.
A god or a demon, maybe.
There you
We're not
go.
sure if he escaped yet or not. There wasn't any follow-up chapter.
That's right. We have no clue. No clue.
Excuse me. Sorry. Expect coughing this episode.
Chris likes it. Chris is
Chris.
There you go. That's beautiful.
I knew he would. I knew he'd
There
love
you
it.
go.
That's going to be your new profile picture.
Yep, that's it. I'm going to send it to you. I'll send it to you after the show. It just says art. No better comment could be made.
I think it crossed all of our minds because when Allison and I were sitting together looking at the
Yep.
photo, we noticed Chris's finger was kind of up behind him a little bit and off to the side, but extended. And so we were just like, God, wouldn't that be funny if it was like the what's that? What is the actual like piece of art?
It's
Renaissance
called
art piece?
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah. That was the thought, and it's like,
Yeah.
and we all, I think, simultaneously had that thought
There you go.
because we started talking about it, and it became real.
Right, there you
Became
go.
a real thing.
Yeah. By was it? I think Master Splinter did that one, or was it Michelangelo? I forget. One of them. I think
it was the rat.
they took turns. Yeah, they took turns. I think
Giant
is what
rat.
it was. That's what it was. Gotta take these Mala off here so they don't
Take
go.
the Molotov cocktails
can't
off.
have it.
Save
Can't
them
have
for
it.
later. Not too much later,
Rat
because you're
run.
gonna need them soon.
I am gonna need them very soon. It's the only thing keeping my blood pressure down. By that I mean it's very constricting.
Like a boa.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need to
boa. Is
interrupt the system.
Is that fashion item named for a boa constrictor around your neck? A boa?
The bow.
the feather-
I
bo-
believe
feather
so.
boa?
I believe I would go as far as to
Or is the-
wager yes.
Wait a minute. Maybe that's what the snake's named for. This is a chicken or the egg. This is a chicken or the snake question.
It really is. We don't know which way to go.
I bet you our viewers would love it if I spent time looking it
They
up.
probably would. Why don't we start the show in the meantime? That way we can at least gather this garbage into a container that is the show, the podcast.
I think it's named for the snake.
Fuck, start the show right now.
Hurry up!
Why do we have no sound?
I don't hear a thing.
I don't hear.
I might just be deaf. Well, we're not even recording either.
What's happening? Oh,
It wasn't picking up our
it wasn't doing anything.
stuff. Yeah.
That's probably why. Oh, I know why. Because I started the program before I turned the board on. See, I'm a professional. I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Oh, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
We got to have a 20-year anniversary where we bring
Yeah.
on all the dead people that have passed on.
And not just the show, but recording and using this one program. In fact, I used the same exact.
It's been the
version.
same program for the entirety of the
I've
time.
Never updated this ever in my life.
If it ain't broke, then break it.
That's exactly
our
it.
motto.
That's it. That's how we handle it. All right. Okay, everybody. We got 4 people now. Everybody's piling in.
What's up?
Buckle up, folks. We're
What's
going
up?
to try and start the show again.
Let's
Here we
Begin.
go. Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then... Wait!
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
Fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay then.
Hail to the king, baby.
Fuck it, dude.
Let's go bold.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And here we are, everybody. We've survived into, the second week of April now?
Is it?
Is it, or is it
Yeah,
the
no,
first?
yeah. Technically, it's the
Or is it the first week still?
We begun the first full
No,
week.
no, we're in the second week. It started on a Tuesday.
Son of a bit. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Well, we're a lot further than Val Kilmer made it, unfortunately.
And that's very true. Unfortunately, we have lost the dearest of Val Kilmer's.
Batman's.
Dude, I heard like 8 different people that died that day, all from fucking pneumonia.
He died of pneumonia?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
because he had something with his he had what
He had
kind of
cancer,
cancer?
throat
Throat
cancer.
cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
throat
throat cancer. And then I guess he was in remission, maybe.
Maybe.
And then
I know he was like struggling for
Yeah,
a while.
yeah,
He
and
was at
then-
Monster Mania a few years ago.
That's right,
but
he was, yeah.
From videos I saw of him there, he wasn't really speaking much. His voice was. I think he might have had like some. He might have had some like of his tongue taken out. Honestly, he sounded.
could be,
In
yeah.
the last interview I saw with him speaking, he sounded like he was like something was in his mouth, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like talking like this.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he's missing parts of his
Could be.
anatomy,
Who knows? Who knows what's going on there?
but we know he's missing all of his anatomy
That's
now.
right. It's all
It's
back.
all been consecrated back to the Batcave.
That's right. It's been returned back to
They put him in-
Wadsworth to lay to rest.
They put him in a F-16 fighter jet and they detonated it
Yep.
over the Atlantic.
Yep, absolutely.
That's how he wanted to go out. He wasn't a pilot, so it was really easy. They just set it on auto and then
Yep, that's what they call a Boy Scout's funeral.
ooh, that's how you earn your last badge.
Yeah, they don't usually talk about that part. It's at the very back of the book. You don't usually make it that far. Most
excuse
people
me.
quit before they get to that point. But yeah, the Boy Scout funeral is it's definitely a thing.
That's why I never graduated beyond the Cub
Yeah.
Scouts. I was too afraid.
Boy.
It was daunting.
Let me tell
I
you
didn't
what.
know if I was due that honor.
After,
was
after,
terrified of
after
it.
they made me army crawl through a tube the second time, I
Yeah.
was like, fuck this.
Underneath of the barbed wire.
That's it.
Right.
I just want to start kicking these kids.
I thought I was going to get to play with fire and knives. That's what I was going for.
Who could I stab? When do we get to the part where we stab things?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Start kicking kids in the face. You didn't need that. You had acres and acres of farmland that you could lure
That's what I
your
mean.
friends to
I was like, I
and
could do
kick
this
their
at
asses.
home. I could do this at home.
I don't need a pool of victims. I already have a few.
That's
I can
right.
easily get more.
They're all
and
right
the guys
here.
at birthday parties.
Chris says for an Eagle Scout funeral, they put you in a submarine with a leak and send you to the bottom of the ocean.
It's a slow building of dread, but
Yeah.
that's part of the initiation.
Yeah, right. That's how you make it work. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and the other point of the other important point to note is that you aren't dead when they send you down there.
That's right. Well, yeah, they're like he's close. He's
Yeah,
close.
He's close enough.
He's close.
He's reached all the other badges we can do. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're out of badges, so he really doesn't have a whole lot left to live for. He's going to
No.
die any day now.
Maybe that was the Ocean Gate people. They were all in the scouts.
And we will never know the true intentions
Right,
of
because
that
they've
bloody
been reduced
mess.
to a single grain of rice-sized blood packet. the pressures of the ocean are great and
Oh,
terrifying,
Yep.
and nothing to fuck with, just like Wu-Tang Clan.
That's right.
We teach you lessons on the show.
You need
It's
to,
important.
yeah, you need to learn. You need
The
to
first
learn
lesson
these
is
things.
the main lesson that we teach you is not spoken directly, and it's please don't listen to us.
Yeah.
Please don't waste your time here. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's a, it's a
Well,
waste.
you know, you got to sometimes you have to do certain things to make everything line up. But sometimes they just don't line up. Sometimes
Most of the
things
time they don't.
are just a
The only
chaotic
thing they
mess.
line up for is to line up the bullseye.
This
Right
is
on
it.
your back.
This is it.
Bam.
This is what it is. So we got. Didn't we get a new MonsterCon or DonCon announcement here recently?
We did. I know the guy who played Luke Cage is coming.
Yeah.
And I think we failed to mention this in the last episode. Maybe we didn't. John Cusack is one of the
yeah,
main
I think
guys
I
coming.
think we might have, but if
Yeah.
we didn't, yeah, John Cusack is going to be there
But the guy-
allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, we'll see. He won't be happy to be there, but he'll be there.
Right. We'll text Don
Well,
about
I
it.
saw, and in keeping theme with the Don Juan and John,
Yeah.
Ron, our friend Ron,
Right.
who comes to MonsterCon,
Right.
MonsterCon Ron,
Yeah, MonsterCon
Ron. I ran into him at the not the New Jersey MonsterCon, but the New Jersey show. I went to go meet up with G-Tom last year.
Okay, yeah.
about a year ago.
Right.
He was telling us about John Cusack and how it was kind of curmudgeonly, kind of like unfriendly.
Mm-hmm.
That was just his general attitude. So, don't think he's a con favorite.
Well-
but he is in some prominent stuff. I 100%, and Allison was like, I don't know if I want to waste my time with it. You know me, I 100% am going to because he was in a bunch of movies I liked growing up, like Better Off Dead.
Right.
One Crazy Summer, love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And of course he's in, silly other shit like Gross Point Blank. If you never saw that one, that's a great movie. Have you seen that
I
one?
don't.
He's
think
like a
so.
hitman that he goes back to his high school reunion,
Mhm.
but he's also like a hitman, and he's like trying to. It's got like legit martial arts in it because he was also a kickboxer, like an actual kickboxer. And
Really?
Benny Urquidez, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he was like a renowned like martial arts trainer for like celebrities and stuff. He was in some Jackie Chan movies. He's like this American guy, but really great.
Hey, Steph is here.
Hey,
Steph.
Yeah, so he's like a great kickboxer, and this dude plays one of the villains in Gross Point Blank, and they
Steph
like beat the
loves John
shit.
Cusack.
Steph, come
He's-
down to MonsterCon
That's
with
it.
us.
Come on, we're coming.
We'll go meet him together.
It's at the Inner Harbor. We got a primo inn on parking.
Yeah, and we know the guy who's
As good as
responsible for
gold.
taking them to
That's
and from.
right. That's
To
right.
and fro.
We're pals with Don.
That's
so,
right. And maybe I can get G-Tom to come
We've
out
got
too.
the
I'll
inn.
text him, see if he wants to come.
Yeah.
Oh, and some of the Lost Boys people are going to be there. That's another thing.
That's right.
Billy Worth
Yeah,
and
Billy Worth. That's right.
Alex Winter maybe. No, but none of the guys I know, right? None of the guys I like
No.
hung out with.
Yeah.
It's no oh God, Jameson Newlander,
Right,
or
right,
G. Tom,
right.
or Chance
yeah,
Michael
the other
Corbett.
side. But if you could meet,
Maybe I need to
that's right.
befriend the rest
to
of them.
befriend-
Oh, I
that's
got
it.
stories
you
about
collect
that now.
the whole crowd. That's
I got
the
it. These are
idea.
my Pokemon cards, you guys.
This is the ticket.
I
yeah.
sound like such
You
a
collect Lost Boys.
a pretentious piece of shit. How do you guys listen? I would hate this guy, this character of me, on a show I watched. I would hate that guy.
I love telling people stories about these celebrities, and then them like being like, I'm name dropping. Like, listen, this has nothing to do with that, okay? Can you believe that we got them to do this? That's what this is about.
So Greg sent me that video of John Carpenter got his star on the Walk of Fame or whatever, which
Yeah.
apparently is just an honor you can pay for.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
it
good
is.
for him though. I love John Carpenter. I got nothing bad to say about that guy at all.
Right.
Nor do I have to say about Keith David. Love Keith David. So
Keith
Greg sent me the
David.
thing that you sent me was Keith David and Kurt Russell. Somebody captured the moment that they reunited.
Yeah.
It made me feel like it was like a Doug Bradley and
Oh
Malcolm
my
McDowell moment
God,
right in
I
front of me
know.
again. But watching Keith David be like, he was so jolly. By the way, Kurt Russell's like, talk about jolly. That guy is happy as fuck. He started cracking up laughing.
Oh yeah.
I would love to meet him just for his sense of joyfulness. But Keith David was very authentically like, I told Greg, I was like, that's exactly what it's like to meet that guy.
There you go.
He's so happy.
Listen, we just got a pester Dave.
Can't put him down.
Thing reunion. That's what we're looking for.
Please, 100%. That's what I'm looking for. They did it. They did it at New Jersey
Listen,
Con years ago.
I know everybody can't tell because the cameras are mounted to the wall, but the table on that side just rose up a little bit when I talked.
It gets me excited.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would just love to listen to them talk to each other this far from the movie.
Oh my God!
Being
Well,
the different
and we're
people
missing
that
some
they are
major
now.
people now. Like,
Yeah.
we're missing.
We could AI
Wilford.
Wilford Brimley. We could AI him at this point.
Yeah, we could. But he's got enough. He's got enough material.
Just put a screen on the rascal.
Yeah, that's good. You could keep him mobile.
Yeah.
and it's like he's there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We could put a little mustache on it.
I think we could. I think we could pull it
I'm-
off.
I'm
It'd be better
convinced.
than the costume contest that
That's
we normally
right.
watch every year.
And see that I'm very happy that Dave brought Sexiest back. And
Oh,
it
he
seems
has to.
he seems to be, but he took it away because of the complaints and stuff. But now he brought it back, and
He's
it
in
seems
charge
it
now.
seems that he's keeping it going. So hopefully
it's Dave's show.
Hopefully people don't get too rowdy. But yeah.
Oh, I still need to. And thinking about it, we were looking at houses and stuff. We've been looking at houses for years, but we're looking
Mm-hmm.
at houses more seriously now. But now it reminded me, I really want to have that framed photo of the last Monster Con.
Yeah.
Like
oh
the
yeah,
Shining
the Shining picture. Yeah.
I really want to frame that, put it in our future home.
Yeah, that'd
gotta
be
remember
cool.
to do that. There's so much cool art that I have that I can't even fit in my house.
So
right now,
I'll probably never finish it, so I'll just tell you about it now
Sure,
anyway. So if you recall, back when we took the picture, I told the story on the show. I'll tell a brief version of it again. That we were all in the room for the costume contest, and following that, they were going to take the picture. So I had to go to the bathroom. So I let.
We were in the very front.
Yeah, we were right. We were
when
right
Matt
there.
had to go, we were dead. We were like way up front.
Yeah,
like third row up front.
Yeah, so I had to. So I went out, go to the bathroom, came back. They wouldn't let me back in. Didn't get back in. Ended up at the very back. So Matt and Allison are all the way at the front of the picture. I'm way in the back making a Prince Diamond face, and yeah, with my hands up. And so we were talking about it, and I said, "Don't worry about it. I'll just Photoshop myself into the front."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we were all, ha ha ha, whatever. So I started, and I got about maybe 2/3 of the way done, photoshopping myself over everyone's face in the entire crowd.
That's I want a holographic image that goes depending on where you're standing. It's regular, and then it's that. That
And
is
it's
what we
not
need to
the
do.
same picture either. I got different shots depending upon how people's faces were. So
That is a huge
yeah.
undertaking. Holy shit.
I had some time.
Oh,
so,
my God.
So it's a yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, JC's here too, from the other side of America right now.
Oh my God. Wait, JC, who?
JC?
Jesus.
Yes. CJ.
CJ's here. Oh my God, CJ.
Yeah. There we go.
Go back and listen to AI. Really liked CJ's episode, by the way. We used some AI, and it was like
That's
pulling
right.
clips of all the stuff we were
yes.
talking about.
Yeah, it was like 80 different clips off of that one.
Rewatching it, CJ's episode is a great episode. You
It
guys,
is,
those who
yeah.
haven't seen it yet should watch it.
Yeah.
CJ's a great guest. We got to have him back on next opportunity that we have.
Please, yes.
I love him. I love CJ to death.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't you ever say something bad about CJ? I'll come and get you.
That's
I'll
right.
Get you.
That's it. Let's see here. What's going on in the world?
What's not?
In our world, we're
Excuse
coming
me.
up on the hot time of the year. You wouldn't know it judging by today's weather, where
No.
we literally have freeze warnings
Oh,
tonight.
and happy belated to CJ, by the way.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna bring it back to CJ
Yeah,
once more.
bring it on around. Bring it on
Yeah,
around.
CJ just had a birthday.
Yeah, very good. Let's do a proper
do official.
Yeah, proper fashion. Happiest of birthdays to you, CJ. There we are. So let's see. So what the fuck was I saying?
It's getting warm.
It's getting warm. Yeah. We are approaching time for VHS Fest.
We are. It's starting to come. Yeah, we're getting closer to some of the things that we look forward to every year.
Well,
MonsterCon's coming up as we spoke
that'll
about.
be there. That'll be there.
That's in about
May,
a
right?
month.
Right. So that's coming up, and then we've got VHS
I'll
Fest.
have some
We've got
content. I'm going to
the
Colorado
Ghost.
at the end of May.
The end of May. Yeah,
for
that's right. Yeah,
for
yeah.
Allison's, she's got some continuing education to do out
There
there.
you go.
So we'll be
Gotta
visiting
do
out there.
that.
That'll be my first time. Hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. Oh, yeah, we got VHS Fest coming up. Got a ghost show. I'm going to go see System of a Down in New Jersey in August.
Hell yeah.
So that's all the stuff to look forward to.
Where's that at? Do you know?
I don't know the exact location. I have to
Okay.
check with Allison. She was like super pumped about it. She's like, "Oh my God, they're getting together. They're going to be live."
Yeah.
I've never seen them live. And speaking of CJ, my first concert I ever went to was with CJ back when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We saw System of a Down play. The Mars Volta opened for them. It was a wild ass. It was down at the Inner Harbor. It was a fucking awesome show.
Yeah.
Mars Volta. I was just like, I didn't even know who they were.
Right.
And they were just like, and they're just like all crazy prog metal. And I was like, what the fuck am I seeing right now?
There you go.
And then System was awesome, but yeah, apparently System doesn't like record and like really do a lot of serious like they're not like they're not a together band. They just play live shows.
Okay.
Apparently.
Right.
I think that there's some serious like conflict between band members that, that precludes them from having a more intimate relationship. So
Right.
But they play live, so it's
Well,
gonna be
there
it's
you
gonna be her
go.
first time, my second time seeing him. I'm really looking forward to it. And so it's funny because new metal has such a now it's like classic.
Yeah.
This.
Well,
day and age.
yeah. It's gotten its patina over the years.
Yeah. I've always loved it. It's always fun to listen to. Serge is such a unique frontman that
Totally. Yeah.
take him or leave him, but he's for me, it's definitely a take him.
It's
Situation.
a very unique vocal style. You know, it's sticking with the traditional. I can hear him calling out the prayers there.
It's almost conversational at times.
Yeah.
It's very
Sure.
goofy,
Mhm.
You know.
Well, it's just like King Diamond or whatever
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So it's not that it's absent from music.
I've been
and
primed
on
for that kind of stuff for a
it,
long
yeah.
time.
It's
I
in the
like
blood.
I like the bizarre things, but it has to have good musicianship as part of it too.
That's true. Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't appeal to me that much.
Lacking. It's lacking.
Like it would be I bear the I'll bear the criticism, but as a bass player, people usually are like, "Oh, don't you love Primus?" And while I respect the ability and the skill, I really am not a fan of Primus. It's just not musical enough for me. Like I'm just not you can crucify me all you want. Go ahead, have at it. Please engage with us somehow, please. As if this is the only thing to hate about me, by the way.
What,
As if it's not
dear?
every single little thing. Come on! It's not every little single thing about me. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the music, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I respect it, and I'll listen to it and be like, that's pretty cool that he's able to do that, but I just don't listen to it for fun.
Yeah.
It's more just
well,
like a scientific
and that's
respect.
Right. That's I understand that because there are certain bands that I can't even think off the top of my head, but that I don't particularly care for. But I can understand the appreciation that others have, and good on them for that. Just not for me.
Is Steph still here? Steph, how do you guys feel about Ghost? Do you guys like Ghost or no? Because I love the theatricality of them. I'm like a latecomer, even though I've been kind of following along the whole career.
Yeah.
Because Matt's always been super into them. He's like been a big fan. So
Day one, saw them the first show on US. Well, that's fine.
I don't know
We're
how
just
long we
gonna-
haven't been recording.
Whatever, doesn't
We'll just
matter.
draw
We're just
it
gonna
off the
pull it
stream.
off of the stream.
But it took me a long time to kind of start really digesting their catalog. And at first, I didn't like any of the albums like right off the bat, and then I was like, I listened to them some more and be like, all right, I get it now.
Yeah.
Each and every single one, I'd be like, nah, and then I'd be like, yeah, I like it now. I just like the. I like that it's kind of wears its influences on its sleeve.
Right.
I do enjoy that. I think each of the albums has a distinct kind of feel to them. But
Yeah,
I
it's
also
supposed to
love
be.
the lampooning of the church. It's always a bonus for me.
It's
If you lampoon the Catholic Church,
just,
I'm all
it's
about
just,
it.
It's just right though, because
Yeah.
he's throwing the Latin in there, and he's
it's
got
too-
nice
it's-
bastardizations of things. It's
Yeah,
a beautiful,
it's
beautiful dance.
It's very intentional.
Yeah,
But I'd love to hear
love
your
it.
guys' opinion on that. I know you guys are more into I know Jesse's much more into. He loves industrials or synth and other death metal and a whole wide gamut. So I was curious if he was into that, or if it was a little bit too
Yeah.
kind of pop or boring for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Terry's here.
Terry!
Terry. It's Terry's birthday tomorrow.
Terry, happy early birthday,
Early
Terry.
birthday.
Hell yeah! There's a lot of birthdays this month coming up. We're moving into that period of time where everybody's birth comes to fruition.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
well,
it's,
everybody'd be fucking in what, Halloween?
round the bend. I guess that's what it'd be. Sometimes
End
I
of
sit and
September-
try and
Labor
figure
Day?
that all out, and then my head starts to hurt. So
Yeah.
I don't. I try to stay
Start-
away
start
from
to get
numbers.
nauseous.
Yeah, right. Exactly right. Yeah.
Because nobody wants to think about that.
No, it's not. Well, I mean,
One of the questions posed.
Jerome.
I went out. I was away for the weekend to celebrate our friend Rob's bachelor party.
Oh yeah, right.
I went out to the Poconos with a group of our friends, and one of the questions posed all weekend was, would you, if in your dying moments, would you your period of time before you actually passed on, this the flashing in your mind,
Right.
would you want to watch your parents conceive you, or would you watch every single time you ever masturbated, in a row, consecutively?
So wait a minute. So the options are watching my parents conceive me, or watching myself.
Yeah.
Every time I've
Yeah.
masturbated.
And my answer was immediately I watch myself masturbate in the mirror already. So it'd be, first of all, it'd be Inception, but second of all,
Yeah.
that's just a random Tuesday for me.
That's
I
right.
don't give a shit.
That's it. Yeah. What are you talking about?
course.
What are you talking about? You're talking about every single night, baby.
That's right. And I apologize for the coughing. I don't think I'm sick, but for whatever reason, and if any of the guys are listening from the cabin, I think it was just dusty or something in the cabin, because ever since the first night I got there, I started having this weird cough. I don't feel sick otherwise, but I think I just got some sensitive bronchial tubes.
Well,
from all that years of smoking.
I was going to say they're used to having a thick coating on them, so they're not used to being out there.
It's a familiar feeling to be coughing after the end of every sentence, but
Yeah.
not one that I relish in any longer. I really appreciate the clear lungs.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. So how did that whole endeavor go?
It was fun. We did so I have a lot of practice with improv from doing this show every week.
As we do.
And
yeah.
most of that group of friends, they really like to play D&D and those style games. So the first night we played this game, and Zach the Coolest, of course, was there. He was running this one game called Everyone is John.
Okay.
And the premise of this game is that there's kind of the DM character, the guy running it plays the character of John, and there's everyone who else is playing is a voice in his head. And you all have you have certain skills. You get to choose whatever skills you want to have. It's 3 of them, and you have 3 goals. They're objectives. 1 is a very easy objective to obtain. 2 is a little bit harder, and 3 is a damn near impossible feat.
Okay.
You get to choose whatever you want them to be.
All right.
So, my character was I called him pushy, and basically his first goal was to just push a button, just push any button that he could
All right,
find
there you
in
go.
the story. And then the other goal was to wrestle people and put them in a headlock. And then the premise was that they you were summoning this ancient demon in a high school gymnasium, and you were the history teacher or something like that. So I think my main goal was to tap out a deity.
Oh, well.
which was a near impossible thing. We all were playing different random characters with all different goals, and each time, so you like roll dice, and basically you get like a certain period of time. If you happen to like win that dice roll, you can take control of John for a period of time.
Okay.
And then you can try to advance your goals. But it's like a weird little competition, and you weave the story together, and you just kind of it's all improv play acting kind of stuff. But
Right.
it was fun. It's fun when you have a bunch of people who are enthused about it and just kind of like fucking wild and just going nuts.
Well, yeah, you have
it's a
to-
lot of yes ends, yes ends.
Yeah, you have to be into it. Otherwise, it kind of goes downhill.
You have to be a certain type of personality.
Fast.
There are certain people I can imagine. I even was having trouble. We
like,
played.
like the person across the table. From
You and you have the mind for it, but you wouldn't be interested in it,
No.
and so it would be very hard.
Yeah.
We played this game called this other game where you're like some British noble from like the Middle Ages, and you're like all of you are, and you're all in a bar, and like you tell like some tall tale, and the object of the game is other people can like interject, try to throw you off, but you have to make it up off the top of your head for like 5 straight minutes.
Okay.
And they can interject, and like if they can throw you off of your story, then you start to like lose basically. So it's all about like rolling with it and coming up with insane shit. My character sounded like Michael Caine. He was a Jewish converted to Catholic bishop. And and at one point Zach
Messianic Jew.
Zach threw it. He was like, "Well, what about where are your bat wings and tail?"
Yeah.
And I just had to fucking roll with it. But I was so daunted when it came to my turn because I was like, how am I going to come up with some goofy shit like out of thin fucking air? And then I realized that I usually run my stupid mouth faster than I can even think. So I
Yeah.
just was like, just talk. Just talk.
That's
and it'll
all
just
you gotta
come
do.
out.
Just
it'll come out.
Let it start her up.
Yep. Just
Pull the cord. Yeah, pull the cord. That's all you got to do. It'll take care of it after that. There you
But
go.
these guys were all seasoned at it. I mean, Kenny was like killing it. He was
Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah.
Rob was doing great, of course, and everybody was doing awesome. So it was very fun. It was a good time. It's fun when you're with a group of people that are all into it and they're
Right.
all kind of, pumping you up and like,
Yeah, that's what
promoting
you.
it.
That's what you want. That's what you
Yeah.
want to do. You want to get everybody on the same page, if you can.
It was a good time. It was fun. It was a fun weekend outing.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we take
Yeah,
an
fuck
outing
it.
from this
Let's
and do some weird
Take
news?
me out back and shoot me in the head like old Yeller.
There we go.
Please, God.
Just look at the flowers.
Please.
All right,
All right.
internet people.
I don't know what happens in the middle. I just happened to take a glance and it
Yeah,
was
well, whatever.
no longer recording.
Whatever.
It happens to us every week. But thanks for being here with us anyways, people.
That's right.
It's good to see
That's
you
right.
all.
There's a lot of people here.
Hey,
There's,
look,
there's
if there
8
happens to be
people
the-
here right now.
Maybe we should
There
start
was
later
9
then.
before. I
Jesus
know.
Christ,
I don't
man.
know what the hell is going on.
Ugh.
All right,
I guess it's that
everybody.
time of the year that people want to hurt themselves.
Well, it's also cold outside. So
yeah, there's nothing better to do.
Nobody wants to go out.
Get ready for some
Get ready.
beautiful Stevie Wonder music
There you go. He's gonna just
that we bastardized with our stupid little jokes. You know what we should revamp a little bit. Well, I'll say this on this part, and for the benefit of those listening, we should weave in with our own collected clips and our own inside jokes, some new bumpers. You know what I mean? I think we have enough material to figure something new out.
I talked to Deirdre about this at one point. I was like, Deirdre, do you think that I should like redo the intro and outro
You don't
tape?
necessarily need to do that, but
And she's like, I just skip it anyway. I was like, so do I.
I do too. I press, and if I'm playing it on the
2 pushes.
Yep,
right?
2 pushes, and I'm in. Boom. It's perfectly timed.
Yep.
But I think like for just dumb little segments or something, we could always
Yeah.
throw in something new.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It doesn't. We can do that.
Who cares?
We have the technology.
Who cares?
As long as I can find.
Literally, no one cares. Our
file.
own like somewhat employees don't care.
Yeah, right.
Volunteers, I should
Yeah,
call them.
the hosts don't care.
The hosts don't care.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't care less.
Let's
I
see.
just say it to just to make your life harder. I think that's why.
Well, that's it.
after it.
Well, you might as well. Let's see. We'll do that guy. Do that guy. And
Yeah,
that
baby.
guy. Wait. There they go. Okay, there they go.
Give us that news. This is the news I crave. This is the only kind of news I want to hear.
This
by
is
the
it.
way, I read the regular news and it's very disruptive. to
Sometimes
my
I have
mental
like an
health.
existential crisis, and I start thinking about the things that I do in my life, and I'm like,
Don't do that.
I'm like, how am I doing this? I don't know how to do this. How am I doing this?
I feel this. I feel like we all can relate to that.
And
Like,
then every once in a while, I think about this show, and I'm like, how in the fuck have I done 390 some episodes of a fucking show?
I have no clue. Not the first fucking clue. I don't know how I come on here. I don't. When people refer, like sometimes if I see like Jess or Sean,
Yeah.
they'll make a joke to me about the show.
I know!
And I don't know what they're saying, and I said it,
Well,
but
I do.
I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't pay attention to myself, you guys. I tune myself out while I'm on the show. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Right, exactly. Terry, I'm so glad you said that because I forgot to bring it up when Matt was talking about your system show. I was going to talk about that Slayers. They're playing in Hershey. We'll say it on that.
Yeah.
On the thing.
I have not heard about this. This is news to me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. let's do the. Here we go, everybody.
Let's do it.
Buckle up for some weird news. Here we go. Maybe. Maybe not.
Nah.
Nah.
Don't do that.
Nah, never mind. You know what? Oh, well, no, maybe we're. This is the glory. See, this is
Everything is always.
This is why you
we've
guys
been doing
are
this for
tuning
300 episodes. This is why you ask yourself, how can I do this? It's because most of the time it doesn't work.
This is it, and this is why I'm saying, why are you here? What are you doing to yourself? But you know, whatever it is that you're doing to yourself, we love
Do
you
it
for
harder.
That's it. Yeah.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter, Matt.
The whole.
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. A human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has authorship.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Matt.
All righty, everybody, we're crashing and burning into weird news here. We are. Before we get started, we're gonna talk about something that I forgot to say. I had it in the chamber when we were talking about the system show earlier. Slayer is coming to town, and by the town I mean to Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is their only headlining East Coast show.
Wow, that's gonna be a packed show.
It's gonna be
Hershey's
fucking
a
crazy.
big stadium too. It's it's actually a cool spot to go see. I don't feel like there's well, there probably is a couple bad seats, but I feel like most of the seats are pretty good. Like the vantage points are really good.
Yeah.
But when is that going to be?
I forget what the date is.
Terry, fill us in on that.
Terry,
we'll throw it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess I'm assuming Terry's going to go since he was talking about it.
Up. Yeah. So
that's
we'll
cool.
See.
Yeah. So but doesn't Slayer?
Terry says, "Does this mean they like chocolate?" It could be that. That's why they're swinging by just this part.
They're looking to
tour.
They're looking to get dumped on
September 20th.
A bunch of syrup dumped on them. September 20th.
September 20th. Yeah,
right,
there you
local
go.
Show. I think I don't know who Kerry King is. He's still alive, right?
Kerry King. Yeah, he's still alive.
Who's the one that passed away? The drummer, I think.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
He? But then the other guitar player.
No, the other guitar player. Yeah.
Yeah, but the drummer's still alive. Lombardo's still alive.
David Lombardo, he retired, I think.
Oh, but who
or
plays
he
with him
quit
now?
or whatever. Some other guy.
Okay.
Some other guy playing fast. Well, yeah, but they broke up because Tom Araya was like, I can't sing anymore, and you know.
Well, you can't go.
No, like listening to him from the beginning of Slayer to the end. Woo! I'll tell you what, buddy.
No, I'm being very.
You can hear it. It's all down in there. And,
I'm being reductive. He's actually much better than that.
Screaming, war ensemble every night. That'll do it to you. That'll do it to you twice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they're coming to town. So mark your calendars, everybody, and we'll see who everybody.
See who's interested. Take a poll later in the show.
Happens. But anyhow, all right, let's get to some weird news here. First, I have to switch this. There we go. Zoop.
Now that's much
better.
Get
zooped up to our little
the
spots
suit.
there, and there we are. Okay.
Goose suit.
We goosed him. We goosed him up. Goosed him up. Okay, so first up, everybody, prepare yourselves. Holy mackerel, Andy. Okay. Sitting around a wrestling ring, churchgoers roared as local hero Billy O'Keefe body slammed a fighter named Disciple beneath stained glass windows. They whooped and cheered as burly tattooed wrestlers tumbled into the aisle. during a 6-man tag team battle.
I would have gone to church more often if this was happening.
I'll tell you what, especially if the belt girl was there. This is Wrestling Church, which brings
wow.
blood, sweat, and tears, mostly sweat, to St. Peter's Anglican Church in England's town of Shipley. There you go. There we are. That's all. That's all complete.
That is okay. So this is a consistent mass.
Yes.
That happens.
Yes.
I feel like, by the way, there's already plenty of blood within the walls of a church.
Yes, that's true. Yes,
And
it's
probably a lot of
almost,
tears.
almost a requirement.
Sweat, not so much sweat. Just depends on how hard the boys are fighting back.
I mean, yeah, right. Have they accepted their fate yet? Is really what it is. This is the so anyhow. So Thompson says that the outsized characters and scripted moralities battle a wrestling fit natural.
I love the reactions of the people in the aisles.
With a
This
Christian
lady,
message.
This lady's
Yeah.
like photographing on her
She
phone, and the other
loves
lady's
it.
like leaning away, like, ugh.
She's like, I'm just here for the communion. I'm here for the wine. Yep. And then I just go to the AA meeting
I'm
afterwards.
here for the wine.
Yeah. So boil it down to the basics. It's good versus evil. When I became a Christian, I started seeing the wrestling world through the Christian lens. I started seeing David and Goliath, Cain and Abel. I started seeing Esau having his heritage stolen from him. And I'm like, hey, we could tell these stories in spandex leotards, probably.
Look, it's no sillier than what's really in that fucking book.
I just want to point out what this shirt says here, by the way. It says Gareth Angel, pray, eat, wrestle, repeat. Okay? And then beneath that, it says Heaven's Avenger Drone. I think.
Divine.
None of that makes sense. Heaven's Divine Avenger, if that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I see. Maybe.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
I think that idolatry worship is a big, little bit of a conflict of interest happening
I think
in here.
we have a lot of theological problems
Listen, I
going
find
on.
it kind of funny that that there's a really loud Christian group of people who also happen to worship an idol who
Yep.
can do no wrong.
Yep.
You take that as you will, but I find that kind of funny.
That's
I don't
it.
know. I don't really go to church for a sense of reason anymore.
Well, church.
Nor did I ever.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's right. It was
I think this is
all
more
out of
representative.
obligation.
This is a lot better representation of how fantastical and interesting it can be.
Well, there you go. Well, the church attendance in the UK has been declining for decades. In 2021, found less than half of the people in England consider themselves Christian.
I feel like we're living in that weird future in a comic book where they're like, there's a wrestling church was not something I ever thought I'd see in my real life.
Yeah, no, but it's great.
But the religion is so desperate for relevance that they're like,
it's
please.
it's one step closer to it being a part of Congress. That's like I said.
Oh, it's coming.
It's
But
coming
this
up.
is in the UK though.
It is, but it's not going to take long. Everything always comes across the pond.
Well,
yeah.
not these days. It's going to cost more.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not going to be taxed. We'll have less people in the ring, but it'll still
I
be
see.
half a ring too. It'll be
Right.
like a triangle, like the octagon, but different.
Like the octagon, just three sides.
That's right. So that has led churches to get creative to survive. You have to take a few risks, said the priest in charge of St. Peter. She acknowledged that she wasn't entirely sure it was a great idea and what she was getting herself into when she agreed to host the wrestling events. It's not church as you would know it. It's clearly not for everyone, but it's bringing in a different group of people, different community, really smelly people. They really need to shower. Then we would normally get around these parts in this church. So this is an interesting sort of turn of events for this particular.
Anything for
whatever
attention.
you can do, whatever you can do to get the asses in seats, as they say. 'Cause
Ass in the seat, or get your ass in the ring.
That's right.
Put your money where
the
your
good
mouth
Lord
is.
is going to use you like a battery charger.
The good Lord's going to use you like a fleshlight.
There you
He's going to fuck you raw and throw you in the fucking trash after you lost your elasticity. That's how God's going to treat you.
It's because God forgot to
God's
cover
gonna,
you in talcum powder.
He's going to wear you out. He's going to wear you out. You were made for this.
We're down to 7 now.
They're getting the picture now.
That's it. Now they're getting their fill. I'll tell you who didn't get their fill.
Right now, I feel like it's cute. I always think of every time I see a big cat, small cat, any cat, I always think of my cat, Whisper.
Oh, okay.
And I call them Whisper. I'm like, look, it's Whisper.
Right.
Because I see the resemblance because they're cats. All right, what do we got? Is this horrific?
So, well, no, not necessarily horrific, but strange. A Nevada man who was arrested Wednesday after 7 tigers were seized from his home after he said they were his emotional support animals.
I'm not going to argue with any of that.
You can't. You can't argue with
legal.
it. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You're going to go to jail.
You can't do it. Don't do it.
Don't try.
Don't even try to do it.
You'd be lucky to go to jail only.
That's
not
right.
Get eaten.
That's exactly right.
7 emotional support tigers.
7
I
of
wouldn't be
them.
sad about anything.
The only emotion
I'd
you'd be feeling is fear. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
what.
helps me. It helps blind my emotions of.
If I die at all, everything has sucked lately.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes that's what it is. But he says officials raided Carl Mitchell's home on Pahrump on Wednesday morning and arrested him on suspicion of resisting arrest. They arrested him on suspicion of resisting arrest.
I think you might have not gone to jail on purpose. Get over here! Come here! Suspicions of resisting
Man,
arrest.
that's a hell of a sentence. Mitchell 71 did not
Talk
have.
about conjecture.
Yeah, really.
Fuck.
Mitchell 71 did not have any special conditions, animal permits to own the animals, which the county requires, and he violated other rules over the years, according to officials.
Did he just put the emotional support animal vests on them?
Yeah.
Please do not touch.
Right, yes. Yeah,
Do not
exactly.
pet.
Right. Yeah, don't pet them, don't feed them.
Dude, I've seen back in the day when I'd go to the bar a lot, back in like, well, it was a world that kind of resembled this world these days. It's 2019, the end of 2019. Go to bars a lot, and there was this person who was there oftentimes with a dog, and it had a vest on that said "Emotional support animal, do not pet." And this was Stogie's, this shithole. You guys don't know Stogie's. Some of you locals do, but if you don't know Stogie's, it's like the back smoking bar of it's like this dingy smoking bar with like slot machines in it.
Yeah.
In the back of like a pretty decent establishment of White Rose up here. But it was like the hellhole shithole. And I used to smoke like a chimney. You guys all know me from before the last couple of years.
Right.
I used to smoke like a chimney, so I loved hanging out there because I just didn't give a fuck and I just smoked my guts out. But but this lady was there like oftentimes with an emotional support animal, and I'm like, what the like no one's happy in Stogie's.
Right.
You are not. If you're in Stogie's, you're not having a good time. I understand that you're probably not having a good time, but please don't make your fucking dog inhale like a ton of, like 1 cubic ton of smoke. Yeah.
Doc says the emotional support dog probably got mesothelioma from Stogie.
That dog 100% has cancer.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
fuck. Yeah.
What's
So
going on here?
so
Chris is I got hit on with my 50-plus biker chicken and gay dude in the same night.
oh
as
yeah. Oh, I was. In
that,
fact,
that
me and
lets
Chris,
you know.
me and Chris went to Stogie's together a couple times actually.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, dude, that is a hellhole.
Yeah.
But imagine if you brought 7 tigers into that.
Well,
place.
sometimes it happens. But Mitchell said he rescued the big cats from Tiger King Joe Exotic.
Really? Oh man.
yeah, there
I
you
wish
go.
Okay, I don't want to. Allison, chime in about this because she's got a kind of like a secondhand anecdote about that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I don't want to tell
Okay.
it though because it's not
All
really
right,
mine to
well,
tell.
There you go. So the former Oklahoma zookeeper who was convicted, we know who he is. Mitchell initially accompanied deputies who were walking around the property during the raid Wednesday, but refused to hand over the keys to the tiger cage. So a veterinarian.
You'll all die.
He's like, that's right. They have not eaten today.
I don't have a handle on any of this.
That's it. This has all been a big mistake. I just keep getting bigger bars and layering them up.
I'm their emotional support person. I take care of them.
There were 12. There were 12 layers of cage. They ate them.
They just keep eating
These
the cage
tigers are
bars.
eating the cage. The 7 tigers were seized from his home and evaluated by a veterinarian who was on site during the removal.
I would not want to be that vet.
There you go. So the cats were taken to an undisclosed sanctuary where they'll be held and ordered to be released. So
they're so cute.
they're
looking
gonna
now.
there you go. So there you are. They're all going to get to go home.
Thank God.
Back to wherever they came
Back
from.
to killing on the
That's
out
right.
in the streets.
Back on killing down in Disneyland there, somewhere in the Everglades, just like you wanted them to do. But
now we can take them all to 7 Jungle Book exhibits.
that's right, and that's what
That's-
you have to. You have to take the Jungle Book advantages when you can.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most important thing to do. Mitchell was charged with resisting a peace officer and booked.
Hey, we got you this time, baby. I saw you resist now.
You went the wrong way. I told you to go to the right. So deputies also found a handgun in his possession, triggering a charge of possession of a gun and by a prohibited person. Pardon me. As he's been-
No, they don't want
Yeah.
him to do anything.
Nope.
By a possession of a gun by a prohibited person.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
was this?
he had an
Is this in
offense.
America?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
They're like, yeah, I think you might have resisted before, and also you're not the type of guy that should have a gun.
Nah.
So I think we're gonna arrest you for that too.
Yep. There you go. Well, so Mitchell was released on $6,000 bail
that's
on the same day.
Well, it's flimsy
Got a little
at
bit of
best.
money if you're buying tigers, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
That's I guess that's how it goes. Well, I'll tell you how this goes. An orthopedic surgeon has been reprimanded and fined $10,000.
Oh,
After sharing a photo of a comatose patient's penis,
you piece of shit.
while
What kind of fucking shit is that?
which was tattooed with a swastika.
Oh, was this Elon? I don't care. Come get me. Come get me, motherfucker.
Put me out of my misery. You're like Tom Cruise at the beginning of The Last Samurai, when he's trying to get him to shoot him. So the surgeon, whose name has been suppressed, was treating the man in a regional Queensland hospital in April 2019 after a homemade pipe bomb exploded in his hands.
Oh God! Oh my God! Well, it doesn't sound like he had. I mean, it sounded like he was doing some
Thus
nefarious
swastika
stuff here.
dick.
I
Yeah.
was so there was a couple exceptions in my mind of like, well, I don't think it's you're not really punching down at a certain in a couple of instances. I mean, I don't think you should share it, but I think you should maybe talk about it. No one's going to stop you from talking about it.
There you
can
go.
talk about it. Don't take a picture of it though. I do think that's acting outside of your ethics. I mean, come on.
One would think.
Come on. And does anyone want to see a
Nazi dick?
Yeah, I mean, like we all know that all Nazis are dicks, so it doesn't really
That's
matter.
right. They wear it on the outside. So the man was placed in intensive care when he was intubated and placed in a coma for a week.
This guy ain't got no fucking hands, dude.
Nope. So during which he was treated by a doctor, while undergoing treatment, the surgeon noticed a swastika tattoo and photographed it.
Cut the dick right off.
That's right. Just snip. There was another story that I didn't actually pull for Weird News. It was a coroner who was embalming a body of someone who was a pedophile or something like that. And so they castrated them while they were embalming the body.
Don't let him fuck in the afterlife.
Somebody found out, though, and then things
okay,
went
but
south.
also,
But-
I understand the the weird impotent revenge, and double entendre intended.
Yeah,
But
right.
the impotent kind of revenge that you would take. I understand that the idea that it's not hurting anyone and kind of makes you feel I don't know, I guess cathartic. But why though? That seems like too much of a risk. Also, it's ineffectual. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't
Right.
stop the guy from doing what he did. I would have just been I think I just would have missed. I would have rerouted him to the crematorium and just burned the body up.
Right.
That's what I would have done.
Well, if it was
I'd just
going that way,
fucked
yeah.
his paperwork up and been burn him up. Whatever. I mean, do something like that. Some clerical error kind of thing that you can't really get in trouble for. Don't
Right.
castrate the guy. You're going to know. A medical professional is going to look at that and be like, yeah, why'd you castrate that guy? That's weird.
Right.
It was weird that you did that. You did it on company time. You paid. And they're probably just mad about that. They're probably just mad that
I wonder how they
paid
found
you to
out
do
about it, though. We're like,
Somebody else went to do it and it was already done.
Random genital inspection.
Let
Where
me check
is-
all the dicks in
Wait
this
a
place.
minute now.
Hold on here.
Something's going on.
Something seems wrong with this
Something's
dead
missing
guy.
here. Something's missing. Well, while let's see, the surgeon proceeded to share the photo with other treating practitioners on WhatsApp, or a similar platform, end quote, which had, quote, no clinical or medical purpose. Notification was made to the Office of Health in December, with a subsequent investigation being referred to the medical tribunal. They flew him in from all corners of the world. The patient was unconscious and particularly vulnerable, according to Murphy. The trust reposed by the patient and his treating doctors can be seen to be particularly acute in those circumstances.
Maybe he's like on a a recovery journey. Like,
Let's
the
put
guy from American History X.
Let's put our double our double baseball cap on like Sherlock Holmes, and think about this here. We have a guy who has a swastika tattooed on his dick.
Is it on his dick or like above his dick?
It's very near the
It's
dick.
okay.
It's
Might
if
as
you
well be.
if you
Part of
stretch
the groin.
it the right way, it's on the dick,
Gotcha.
probably. So
Maybe just one of the little turns.
Deirdre's here.
Hey, we got
Deirdre.
the whole everybody who ever liked this show
This
is on right
I
now.
love it. I love it.
We're all here together,
So
guys.
it's a beautiful thing.
That's all for crash and burn.
That's it. So back to the swastika dick.
Yeah.
So
So sure. I just imagine one of the 90-degree turns, like it takes the turn into his dick, right?
right. Well, it could be
On the
It
tattoo,
could be.
it's just-
it could
yeah.
be something like that.
Or maybe he like bends his dick 90 degrees. Like,
Yeah.
While it's soft, and he can do a little. He can
He's-
complete
He's
it,
got a
So otherwise it just looks like a pinwheel.
calcium deposit.
right?
Yeah.
'Cause it's just the bottom part straight.
You
so it
can
looks
get
like
a hook.
It's
The hook happens for people sometimes. It's not good.
Oh, that's
Because
true.
It's a plaque.
Peyronie's
It's
disease.
plaque in there.
Peyronie's disease. isn't
That's
it?
right. I guess that. Yeah, I think that is what they call it.
You know how I know that? I watch all the Game Show Network all the
I was
time.
gonna say,
It's
I think
all
that's
this,
what
it's
it
a
is. It's been
medication
a while
for it.
since I've
And
watched
they have
Game Show
the-
Network.
they
I was
have
just
a
thinking that.
commercial. In the commercial, this guy's holding a carrot that's like curved in like the middle, and he's looking at it like, "Oh, this is my dick. That's what my dick looks like.
Like a carrot.
My dick looks like Bugs Bunny wants to chomp down on
There
it."
you go. Every day. What the fuck was I talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the Peyronie's disease, where the
No,
maybe the dick
before
turns.
that. Oh, the swastika thing. So,
Swastika.
so
Yeah,
we're
sure.
putting our double-billed Sherlock Holmes hat on.
Yeah, we're
So,
investigating.
so this guy's got a swastika tattooed on his dick.
Mm-hmm.
He blew his hands off with a homemade pipe bomb.
Yeah, sounds like he was on his way to do some nefarious
I
shit.
think that the good Lord swept in here and decided that he was going to add insult to injury. This needs to be the defense, by the way. I
Okay.
am now the counsel.
All right.
The
Self-appointed.
self-appointed. If the Lord had not stepped in and blown this man's hands off, right, there would be no record of his loyalty,
Oh, I see. Because it was
and
so secretive.
therefore they would have thought
I have a feeling he would have
he was a narc.
acted like a Nazi.
See that? See that?
I think
And
Nazis usually carry Nazi values around with them and like
well,
display them. You know,
sometimes, yeah, I guess they.
I think he maybe just wants to know. You know, wants whoever's getting fucked by him to know
dinner.
that they're getting fucked.
Yeah,
by
well,
him.
it's right.
Yeah, he just pulls his pants down at dinner. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, does his little salute.
Just let everybody know,
Just want you guys to see it for sure.
just in case there was a question. So we'll see what happens with that particular case. But here around this time of year, Uber, our dear friends at Uber, the once booming industry that's
Yeah.
now collapsed back into people not even being able to afford to go anywhere.
Yeah, well, you know, go figure. You blow up too big for your britches, and then you all of a sudden you're like charging too much money, and nobody can afford you anymore. And
It's how it goes.
it's just like every other subscription service there ever was. Like there was a golden age for it. Now it's falling apart. Now
Yep.
it's just regular cable. Now it's just a taxi service.
Just got to
back
ride
to
the
taxi.
wave. Got
You
to
know what I'm
ride
gonna
the
do?
wave.
$5. I'll take you anywhere you want.
That's it.
$5. Call me up.
There you
You guys
go.
got my number. Call me.
That's right. Do
Take
it.
you somewhere.
Uber, you got.
I hate your face, Uber, you fucker.
You got to pull this together though, because if you're going to compete with Uber, you have to also put this report out. This is an important report. Yours
Okay.
won't be as extensive, I don't think.
Mine be
but
fine. There's nobody fact checking me.
we'll goose it up.
Yeah,
So Uber released its annual Lost and Found Index. An accounting of items left behind in ride-shared cars, including a mannequin head with human hair,
Oh.
a live turtle, and a 5-gallon bucket of beans. In the 2025 Uber Lost and Found Index released Tuesday also revealed the most commonly left behind items were, of course, phones, keys, and wallets, with New York City being named the most forgetful of all the cities. Again, not a surprise. Everybody's in a hurry out there. Some of the most unique items cited by Uber included a mannequin head with human hair, a chainsaw, a Ghostbusters ghost trap,
Oh.
fresh breast milk. I hope it was in a container.
Oof.
A live pet turtle,
Oh my God. I
an
see it.
entire urinal,
What?
a set of Shrek ears,
Okay.
15 hookahs, 15 of them.
15?
That's like a whole crate. That's like the. That's
How
like
do you
the,
forget 15
That's like a
hookahs?
wholesale crate. Yeah, exactly
Good
right.
Lord, you just jump out of the car and start running?
And a bouquet of 100 red roses.
Wow. Somebody was disappointed that day.
And blind, apparently, because they're literally a giant bouquet of red roses. Ozempic.
Up.
That's your tip, buddy. 10 live lobsters. They were flipping and flopping all
wow.
over the place.
I think they used a fake lobster in this
Yeah,
picture.
I
But
believe so. A Viking
10
a
live lobsters.
Viking drinking horn. Yeah, I don't think the lobster survived long enough to make it to this time of year for the report. So they
they're all-
finished
since
them off,
they're all
and
together.
the Viking drinking horn, a taxidermied rabbit, and a passenger's divorce papers.
Oh my.
The food-related items on the index include a 5-gallon bucket of beans, 175 hamburger sliders.
Wow.
Gotta-
100 was this Harold and Kumar?
Gotta be White Castle.
175?
Gotta be White Castle.
How do you forget that? Also, how do you let somebody forget that if you're the Uber driver?
That's
it's like it's practically like over your shoulders and pouring into your lap at that point.
It's got to be. It's got to be. 108 eggs. Cans of corn.
108 eggs. That's worth like $4 million these days.
Yep. 24 cans of corn
Oh my
and a bucket, quote unquote, a bucket of feta cheese
god. A bucket of feta cheese.
in the heat. with
Oh.
with wayward
No.
with wayward mannequin heads to live lobsters, Uber riders have left behind some truly unforgettable items this year, according to the vice president of operations for Uber. Whether it's essential or unusual, we understand how important it is to be reunited with your belongings, and that's why we have the Uber Lost and Found Index. So there you go. If you think you're
Pay an
missing
entire
something,
group of people just,
Uber will
reunite.
sell it back to you for twice its
Yeah.
retail value. That's part
Well,
of the deal.
And we won't feed the turtle until
Nope.
you
Yep.
guys pay up.
That's
we
right.
got 27 lobsters, and we're going to start eating them one by one
You know it. And
until you give us $14,000.
and we want every penny. We're going to squeeze every penny out. $14,000 to
Mm-hmm. All
the
in
penny.
Uber credits.
That's right. All Uber credits. No gift cards. That's it. Well, I'll tell you who else wasn't going
Don't
to
leave
take
your
it.
shit in an Uber.
Don't,
God.
don't leave your shit in an Uber, and you're not going to be able to bring your shit into this theater anymore.
Uh-oh.
An owner of a London comedy club, we're back across the pond again, announced it's banning audience members with Botox injections.
What the fuck? Well, why?
Because performers are complaining that there are unresponsive faces in the crowd. Has
Our
not-
performers'
nothing-
egos are so fragile.
I am hilarious. They are not smiling.
How could you not be laughing at this particular
Obviously, the
joke?
Botox women must go. The Botox
Can I
women
point
must
something
go.
out? We
Yeah.
are less sensitive than some prestigious theater in the UK.
It's true.
We aren't telling people don't come watch our show. We're telling people don't come watch our show. Not
Yeah.
because we don't want to see your laughter, but because we know we're not funny. We know we're not actually giving you any kind of joy. We don't want you to waste your fucking time. But we're not. If you come here with Botox and you like pain,
Yep.
then we're not going to turn you away.
No, we
I mean,
would
well,
never
we
do
just
that.
advise you. We have we're fiduciary. We have a responsibility
That's
to
it.
take care of the people who listen, and we know it's bad for them to listen to the show.
That's right.
However,
we
we're
are
not gonna just.
fettuccine. We are totally.
We're
that's-
15
we're
pounds
fe-
of fettuccine in the sun. We're gooping, glopping, baking, and popping. We're slopping over the edges. It's disgusting. No one wants to even get near it.
If it's Olive Garden,
If
and
you're here.
we've got it in the container. We've taken it out from the Olive Garden, and it sat on the dashboard of my car that we hung out at the park or whatever, and it sat in the sun.
I don't like you using this analogy because you'd still eat it.
That's what I was about to say. I would still eat it. It doesn't need to be cold. It kept hot. It's kept hot.
No, it needs to be full on summer or nothing else. It can't be anything else because if it dips below, it's just bacteria in a backswim.
Yeah.
Backstroke. I mean, that's what they say. That's what they call hollandaise.
Well, at least I'll have that family Medicare, right? Because when I'm there,
you are family.
That's what
You're-
they tell me.
If you're under 27, you do qualify.
That's it. Unfortunately, it's
That's
just
the only
never-ending
place you
breadsticks.
qualify.
That's the only healthcare plan
That's
they
the only
have.
thing they prescribe you. Soup, salad, and breadsticks. Hey, Doc, my back. I think I threw it out. Soup, salad, breadsticks. Boom, boom, boom. Doc.
Try the new Tuscan
Doc,
You need some of the. Let's get him some of the new Tuscan honey vinaigrette.
Oh, thanks, Doc. I think I
Never-ending pasta bowls.
I think I need a mammogram.
Yep. Never-ending pasta bowl.
Get him around a manicotti.
Yep.
That'll get it.
Put it right on there.
Push it, press it down
Yep,
with the
there
boobs.
you go.
Press it down on him.
Dr. Pasta. That's a great Chris says.
Dr. Pasta. And Nurse Meatballs.
That's it. Yeah, they're getting it done. They're getting it done one roll at a time. Well, Mark Rothman,
It's still better than nothing.
That's it. Well, Mark Rothman, owner of the Top Secret Comedy Club, that's what it's called, said the business's 2 venues have decided not to allow patrons with Botox injections to be in the audience for comedy shows.
That is so dumb. That is
What
lame.
about if you get Botox other places? Because you can get it in
You
other
can still
places.
laugh but not look happy. Just look at me all the time.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, it's more the opposite.
Because when they're not
I laugh,
happy, it
but
just
I'm not
sounds like
actually
they're yelling. Ah!
I'd rather be happy on the inside
Yeah,
and not look happy
right.
than look happy all the time and be not happy on the inside.
Oh, sure, yeah, because, I mean, you could just...
That's every week.
You can just do that with Scotch tape.
Right.
So
Right.
I've had numerous complaints. I've had numerous complaints from performers who find it increasingly challenging to gauge audience engagement and bounce off their reactions.
Come on. No. You're not a
Listen,
good comedian.
listen.
You should be able to tell based on
What I want-
other subtleties beyond their fucking smile.
I bet you this guy, the owner of this club, just got a fucking divorce. And his wife got a whole bunch of plastic surgery on his dime, and he's trying to keep her out of the club. That's probably what it is.
all just
This is all an overreaction.
It's all just,
It's disproportionate. It's a disproportionate reaction. Well, comedy thrives on connection.
Oh, it's gone.
Fuck that thing. Comedy survives on connections, and facial expressions play a huge part. And we want people to laugh and cry, frown, sneer. But frozen faces from Botox, that messes up the whole atmosphere.
Oh, come on! You're putting the onus on your audience
Yeah,
as if they
we're
are
doing
like an integral feature of developing the comedy. I understand that. I understand that there is a feedback, like an important aspect of understanding that your audience has a
you
reaction.
got a little play,
but
but-
if you are gauging it based on whether they have Botox or not, that is
Right.
pathetic.
And
I
what-
can
how
tell
you
if
checking?
somebody's happy
Yeah.
when they have Botox. I can tell.
Right.
Watch that People Puzzler game with Leah Remini.
That's all you
She
gotta
can't
do.
move any of her face.
She doesn't know what's going on.
I still know when she's laughing because she goes, she chuckles. You can tell. And you can tell she's trying. Not move, but you know she's trying. Just pay more attention.
That really is a good. That's a perfect summarization of her performance on that show. She's trying with that laugh.
Nobody finds this funny because everyone is under the age of 65. Nobody's seen this show. Nobody's watched Game Show Network. I live my life like I am 4 months away from death.
Yeah, I'm ready.
From death. I'm collecting my retirement.
Yeah.
I am 4 months away from an inevitable, congestive heart failure.
It's
coming.
Now we've switched positions. We're rooting for that asteroid that's going towards us.
100%. Oh my God! Anytime apocalyptic events come up in the news, I'm like, please happen, please.
That's it.
Soon.
That's it. Well,
You can just hit me. That's fine.
yeah,
Everybody else
make
can
it very
stay.
specific, real direct.
It all breaks apart in the atmosphere except for one small little 8-ball size, just ball.
That's all
and
you need. Yep, right
goes
on
right
through.
my head.
Right
Bam.
on through. Like
Donnie Darko without the plot.
That's
Just
right.
First things first, and last things last.
Just
the
right
same
to
thing.
just right to the railroad tunnel. So Rothman said audience members will be submitted to an expression check at the front door to ensure
What
their
is
faces
this Gestapo
are
bullshit?
able to move before being admitted.
Look, if you want to laugh,
There you
Okay,
go, folks.
We're not going to judge you here.
That's it. We
Don't
don't
go to the UK, I guess.
Don't. That's what we're learning. That seems to be the takeaway from all of this, is not to go to the UK, no matter what you do, because otherwise, bad stuff's it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we
gonna get-
illustrated that for you.
It's gonna get bad. We showed you how bad it's gonna get,
I think we showed it pretty well.
and I mean, there's not a whole lot else. There's not a whole lot else that we can show you aside from that. So
I love that no matter which way you flip the faces, we're always looking the same direction.
that's right.
Not
It's
looking at each other.
No, it's always the same. It's always the same.
There it
But
is. Yeah, there you go.
that's not right. That's not right.
Speak to the back.
There it is. See, it's all flipped around. We don't know what's going on, but that's what if it's someone who had a stroke?
There's no way to tell the difference.
You don't know. There's no.
You could
no
have
one-
the same botulism effect on your half of your face.
And
That is discrimination. Discrimination and
101. 101.
Look, I don't think it's gonna work out.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't think it's gonna work out.
I don't think it's gonna work out either. That's next show on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
That's it, everybody. There are 10 people here.
How are you guys?
What
here?
are you doing?
Why are you here? You please don't be here. It's so bad.
I mean, what? You're just in time for the end of the
Thank
show.
you for coming to see
we
us.
literally just ended
I
the
guess
show.
I'll
We're
come
still
back
recording
next
right now.
week.
They're going to be on the episode.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
we're addressing you forever
That's right.
on this particular
Call you out.
episode. Hopefully this song is one that you like.
Better be.
All right, internet people, all 10 of you. I don't know who in the hell are you people?
10
Who
people.
are you people?
They're all people with empathy, and they feel, they
whoever
feel sad
you are,
for us.
we're glad that you stopped by. We're glad that
Thank you for coming by.
you came to our neck
all
of the
our
woods.
friends, all of our friends and family, and those who are compelled to watch us, and those who are not allowed to miss it.
What? Not allowed to miss it. Well, oh yeah, like the computer in the basement, you mean?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's still going too.
Oh, no.
Because it's going to take way longer. It's not like
It's
an
like
hour to hour
It's an
ratio.
El Salvadorian prison down there.
It takes like 2 days for it to do an episode. So it's going to be down there for a long
gonna be
time.
years.
It's going to be down there for a long time, and I'm not going to let up.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to let up.
Oh my God.
Chris, I've been waiting to show up for Chris to show up. I've been waiting for Chris to show up the whole time.
I've been waiting
Says Chris.
for a Chris like you.
Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hate to hang up the call with all you fine people
thanks
on
for
here.
Yeah, this is the most love I've received in a
Here
long time.
you go. This is it. We're doing a Kickstart AMA. You can ask us anything. How about that?
Yeah, throw it down. Throw it down.
Let's
Throw me.
do it. Ask us-
Tell me what you hate the most about the show. I would love to hear it.
Let us know what you dislike about the show. Ask us a question. There's 10 of you here, so you might as well do something. We might as well dance. We might as well
Fuck
dance.
it, let's tango,
we're gonna,
bitch.
We're gonna dance for our
You
supper
ever dance
here.
with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Which Matt is best?
Yeah, I like that one.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
I think the other Matt's the better one.
Yeah.
That's an easy one, baby. This Matt is trash. The other Matt's good. He's the one who does all the shit for the show. If you like anything about this show, it's Matt doing the work for it. 100%. I am literally here to derail him. I am
That's
here.
right.
I am
He's-
chaos.
he's
I'm the
the foil.
gremlin of the show.
He's the
I
foil.
jump on the plane and
Yeah.
I hang out on the wind and I try to rip the turbine off. I try to all I do is just try to disrupt and cause chaos.
Yeah, you
If you
must.
like chaos and
You
you like
must.
entropy, I'm your man.
Yeah, you have
Okay,
to.
but just know I'll betray you too, because if you get too close,
that's
I'll
right,
cause
you
chaos in your life as well.
I don't care if I die at all. Everything has sucked lately.
Chris says, who would win in a fight, Matt or Matt? At this point, probably the other Matt. I'm a frail old man now.
Matt has finally reached the point. We used to literally fight when we were kids all
Yeah,
the
we
time.
did, yeah,
All the time.
Yeah.
Like with bladed weapons, with blunt weapons,
Oh, yes.
with our fists.
Yep, all
Matt would
things.
kick my ass through and through all the time.
Now my teeth are too
couple,
brittle.
Oh my God! One little tap, I'd knock all those teeth right
That's
out.
it.
Bam!
Yep.
Call me the tooth
Just
fairy.
flick some
I try,
water at me.
I try not to talk too hard in this
Yeah,
direction.
that's what this pop filter is really, just to protect my teeth. Yeah,
Yep, just to dissipate
yeah, I gotta
some of
watch
the
all
air.
that. So
Probably break his hip if I bumped into him accidentally.
Chris, yes.
I love
very-
that Chris is the only
very good.
person asking
Chris
questions.
is,
Keep going.
Yes, Chris.
We still got 10?
Yeah, we still got 10.
What do you call a guy with no arms and legs laying on a front of a door? In front of a door.
It's called a mat, Chris.
Nope.
We've got
It's
it.
call an ambulance.
It's called an ambulance, the bondulance. We don't have any questions. Nobody's asking anything. Nobody's
That's right.
saying
Nobody
anything.
needs to know anything
and
about
that
us.
means that this is perfect. This is exactly what we like. We want you to be just watching from in between the branches of the tree.
Yeah.
With your
Voyeurism.
binoculars and
Eventually, you'll probably see us undress.
that's right.
If we leave the
it's
cameras
bound-
running long
it's bound-
enough. We
that's
usually turn them
exactly
off
right.
before we
It's-
start
it's
that.
bound- we usually do. We usually
Should we do an OnlyFans, only mats?
Chris says we should. Yeah. Chris says, "What's our favorite color?" Chris wants to know what our favorite color is collectively.
I'm voting red. Or how do you feel
red.
about the color
yeah,
red?
red.
I think red is a good one.
Yeah, red was my favorite color as a kid. So
Same,
that's
same.
Yeah.
That's a matte thing.
Yep. There you go.
Sometimes back when we were kids, we would kind of pick out the similarities we had and be like,
Yeah.
it's a matte thing.
It's a math. That's right.
Meaning it was
yeah,
just you
yeah,
and me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just between the two of us. Yeah, it's been a long time, everybody.
It's been a
What
long-
shade? What Chris says? What shade of red?
Chris is pure chaos.
I'm a crimson fan. I like
crimson
I like
too.
a,
I
I
would
like
say
a
crimson,
nice deep. Yeah.
a deep red.
Deep
I like
red.
a vibrant red, but if it gets too bright, it starts to border on like the orange scheme, and so I'm kind of like,
Right.
I like a nice rich red, a red that you can't mistake for another color.
Yeah, that's the one you want. You want to see it from a mile away.
I like confidence in my colors when I look at them. Because
That's it.
If you had to pick one, Chris, which one would you pick? I like. Oh man.
Obviously, I'm partial to Ghost Chris because
Yeah, Ghost
he's
Chris-
silent and he's very easy for me to create in various mediums.
I do love a Ghost Chris. I
Yeah.
love the Boo, Super Mario Boo looking
Yeah.
Ghost Chris. That is one of my favorite Chris's. I also like the Chris.
We have 11 people now.
We're gaining people.
What is going
this
on?
is craziness. This is insanity, you guys. God, this sucks. You guys, this just goes to show you that, like, all the quality on the internet is so bad.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean,
bad.
and if you
There's no bar to entry. That's the problem.
if you want to dive into this hell with us, we're not
I
going to
would
stop
love
you.
to take, and I know Chris is the only one asking, but I'd love to
great.
take a Q&A session with just everybody. Just ask me any old thing.
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
answer you.
That's it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll talk about
Yeah,
anything you want.
We're getting this hard hitting interview, Chris. So it's I know. Yeah, we're really drawn that it's the Huffington Post. That's who's just jumped on.
BuzzFeed's gonna do
BuzzFeed needs to do
a
an
roundup
article.
of what makes Matt a Matt.
That's
What
right.
makes a Matt a
We
Matt?
need to. Yeah.
Chris is creating content for us.
That's it.
You know what we have not done before? I don't think we've put this on the show, but we have an endorsement of sorts from Kevin Smith. We have
Oh,
a
yeah,
very
that's right.
long endorsement
Yes.
from Kevin Smith. During COVID era, Kevin Smith was raising money, and he went on Cameo,
Mm-hmm.
the Chrisington Post. So Kevin Smith went on Cameo, or whatever, one of those things, and I saw and I gifted us for one. I don't know if it was for your birthday or Christmas or something, whatever the season
Yeah, I
was.
forget what it was.
But yeah, gifted it to us to have him. I wanted to reach out to him anyways because I always wanted to tell him that he was a big inspiration for us doing
Right.
the show.
Totally, yeah.
Because early on, you remember, like we would listen to his show, his
Yeah.
early show,
Yeah.
and you were like Smodcast, and you were
Yeah.
like showing it to me. And he was like really early in it, like maybe 10 episodes in,
Mm-hmm.
and we were going and doing stuff together, and we were like, we should, yeah. You were like, let's do something like
we
this.
went and saw him over at the
We
Polo Center.
saw him play. We saw him perform live with him and Scott
Yeah,
Mosier.
record an episode of the podcast.
That was awesome, actually.
Yeah.
We were like really close. We
Yep.
were like front row.
Yeah, we were very close.
That was cool. We didn't get a chance to meet him afterwards, but
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to kind of express that he had a really big influence on us doing this show because it's true. And he took it and fucking ran with it. We got to play it on here sometime.
Yeah.
We should really
Yeah,
we should
we'll-
make it
we'll-
like extra content.
We'll find it. Yeah.
That was after he guested on the 200th. That's right.
exactly right.
That is
Chris.
right.
Yep. Yeah. That was a hell of an interview
What
we did.
we got so many.
We can't
major
believe he
people.
incriminated himself that way, but we'll keep it quiet.
Well,
we told him we would bleep it out, and we're
It's
men of our
if you
word,
missed it,
so.
you missed it. But
Yeah.
you know,
you
we
know.
also did sign a contract
Hopefully
to
you
say
were
that
there.
we would only play that live
Hopefully
once.
you were there.
That's right. And we had such a small audience. See, people, that's the thing. We could get hard-hitting interviews as long as our audience stays this low. Because
True,
it's
yeah.
word of mouth does not equate to proof. And so people could come in here and say anything they want to. That's the
Anytime.
allure.
Yep.
We've got to keep it small. We're the
Just
anti-Joe
keep it
Rogan.
real. That's right.
Anti-Rogan podcast.
That's right. That's right. People could come in, but they won't.
That's right. They won't. They won't come in.
It's just us.
And
in
we
here.
will never conflate their penchant for speaking from their expertise with our understanding of said topic. See, this
Yeah.
motherfucker conflates the idea that just because he speaks to people somehow by osmosis, he absorbs their knowledge. He doesn't. He's not Kirby. He doesn't become those fucking people. And even if he does become them, he's apparently spending too much time with assholes and ignorant morons.
It happens.
When your mind is only so small, you know, and it's only able to hold a certain amount of ideas, you're not aware of that. But you think that you're
Don't have room.
the smartest person in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to talk about different things until we lose people.
Yeah,
just see what
We're not losing
topics
anybody. Everybody's
people
here. Everybody's
don't
here.
want to hear.
Yep, everybody's
Oh
here.
my god, I love it. Let's
Well,
you know,
it's great.
start
Now
telling
we-
us
now
that you
we've
don't.
got
want-
11 now.
Oh my
So
god, we got
it's-
more
it's
people.
more people coming back.
we're not turning this off until we lose
That's
people.
it. Whatever's going on, we don't know. We're completely confused.
Let's just
But,
let's just bullshit. Let's just riff on we don't have anybody presenting topics to us though.
We have nothing. We have nothing. I can do a tarot presentation for you guys.
Matt is champing at the bit to give knowledge that all of this like archaic random knowledge that nobody cares about.
Nobody cares about except for like three people.
What's good is that you're interesting to listen to about it because you're passionate about it, and if you don't, and most people don't know anything about it, so
No.
therefore, I think that you have I think you have an audience, whether or not it's something they absorb like personally. They would just like to.
I just have
it's
to-
an entertainment thing.
I just have
That's
to break it up enough.
That's what the sideshow is.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, well, that's a bit
Go to our
chaotic
YouTube. Go to
too.
our YouTube and watch the occult sideshows.
Yeah, there's two of them on there now. The one on Abraxas and the other one on Iterations, talking about the themes of things, how they all go.
Thank you, Hugh Grant.
There you go, Hugh Grant helping us out there. Didn't something happen with him?
No, I just sent you a video of him like talking about all the things he doesn't like.
Oh,
in life.
yeah, that's right.
And you were
That's
like,
what
I
it was.
love him.
That's it.
I love him.
Hugh
I've
Grant.
grown to love Hugh Grant.
There you go. Beautiful thing. Well, you know what, everybody? You guys are hanging on there. We love you. Chris is he's never going to stop. He's never going to think.
Give us more content, Chris.
The Rojo.
The Rojogan.
Yes. So, and anyhow,
the Rogaritas.
some Rogaritas. Yeah, we got to get some Rogaritas in here. But all right, we're gonna let you go. We will keep you up to date with anything that's happening. Nothing is happening.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not.
There won't be any updates, but
Keep your ears out because we might be having some new merch coming down the line here soon. We'll
That's
see
true.
what happens.
Honestly, if you want to show your love, go check out our merch.
We
We
have
don't
that-
make a cent off of the merch. We sell it at cost.
Yes,
we
I
do. We sell it at
I
cost.
have to go in there manually and drop the prices down. Yeah. So
if you want it, I mean, it's basically just if you like it, we just want to give it to you at the cheapest cost.
that's right. We just want if you want
Margarita
to
forever.
wear our stupid stuff, we
Please.
want to get it to you as cheap as possible.
fast,
We have
as
12
soon-
people now
Quick,
watching.
dude, what are we doing? That's
I
gaining
don't know
people.
what's
It's
going
just
on.
the time of night.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Why
my
everybody's
Lord.
here? Everyone, you are literally arriving at the end of the show. This is fantastic.
Join us for the
How
end of
about
the
now?
world, end of
Listen,
civilization.
We're gonna give you one more chance at AMA. Oh, CJ's back.
CJ,
Love you, man. Love you, CJ. But yes. So everybody, I guess that's it. Are we gonna?
got
We're
any
gonna end it? We're gonna
questions?
keep. Yeah. What do we got going on? Deirdre says, Chris, I fear you must let go.
the Jargarita.
I
Chris
think-
will never let go, and that's the thing. That's why we
Well,
don't want him
his
to let
hand
it go.
is stuck in
he's
the handle.
You know how
yeah.
you caught it in? He caught it inside. He was trying to scoop out the last little bit of it, and then
Yeah.
it dried up, and now he's just got sugary fingers.
And this happens.
And his
this
hand-
happens.
wrist is stuck in the middle.
This is the way that it goes. This is the way that
At
it
this
goes.
point, he's gonna break it. He's gonna smash it, and he's gonna have he'll have the jar lid around his wrist.
Yeah. Well, and you know, and that's okay because Chris is always in need of a accessory, and it's important to accessorize. And what better way than with his Dragarita?
Well, he can only take so many things through the dimensions.
And with him when he dies. So, but he doesn't really die. It's more of like a dissipating thing.
I think we established that it's the Jet Li and the One, isn't it? When he dies,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah,
forms,
that's
his,
right.
his other infinite forms.
They
Isn't there a
resorb.
theory about that though? Isn't there a theory about like that you're branching timelines? Like every time you die on a divergent timeline, your energy just gets diverted back to the ones that are alive. So like you basically just will live out in this weird theory. You would live out your longest time frame.
Yeah, well, I guess so. You
Because if each and every iteration of you just goes into like back to the one that lives the longest,
right.
wouldn't you just then be?
Well, I don't think it's the consciousness of the person though that goes back. I think it's just like the energy, like the life force.
Oh shit! So you
Yeah.
can just end up dead.
Right, you're just dead, and it's
That
just
sucks.
yeah.
Oh, is that what happens at the end? Oh my god!
Yeah, then he turns into the Hulk. Yeah. Hulk Jet Li. Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's what it
Shit,
is.
I thought you were
It's
like
gotta
I
be.
thought you were like channeling Aku or something.
Well, it
over
could
here.
be. Yeah. You never know. Yeah, that we don't know how the story
Or
ends.
like that. What was that Godzilla remake that came out with Bryan Cranston in it? Those trailers had me so fucking hyped, dude. I saw those trailers like 4 times in the theater. Then I went and saw the movie in theaters, and a bunch of middle-aged white guys were behind me talking the whole fucking movie.
always do
The
it.
whole fucking movie, and I
Way to go.
I was
Way
at
to
a,
go,
this was a
middle-aged
different
white
time.
guys.
I realized that I'm the same person, but I turned around at the end of the movie and I like got in their face and I was like, "You have to be talking the whole time." And like one guy was like, "Get out of here, buddy. Go ahead, move on, buddy." And I like almost waited for them in the parking lot. I was I was in a rage. Something's wrong with me. I have problems, you guys. I probably wouldn't hurt somebody, but I also want to I'm Pavlovian. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you do. You know the triggers. You press the buttons. Obviously, these guys knew them too. I
Well-
swear to God, I won't go to fucking movies in theaters anymore because there's always middle-aged white men in the back,
Yeah.
right behind me, talking the whole time like they're in their living room.
They're the only right because they're the only ones that can afford tickets. That's how it goes. We got 13 now.
Adding people. Remember that Joker guy? You know, I didn't agree with what he did, but I got it. I get it. I get it. I get it. You go to a movie theater, the last thing you want to do is hear the other people talking. Now,
Right.
I've had good movie experiences where, like, I went to see Ghostbusters re-release in theaters, and there was a bunch of guys dressed up like Ghostbusters. Everybody was having a fucking blast. I sat next to a guy dressed up as Shrek that time.
Well,
He-
sometimes you do.
I respected his contrarian nature, and it was great. He was quiet the whole time. People would then recite the the quotes. It was a load of fun. It was great. I saw Dawn of the Dead, the '78 version in
Okay.
theaters when it re-released.
Yeah.
I had mono still, but I was having a great time.
Well,
it was
you know.
quiet. It was fun. It was a good time.
It was in
a
black
good
and
time.
white, so it's
No,
mono
Dawn.
too. Oh, Dawn. Yeah.
That was all. It could have been mono. It could have been mono too. Monochromatic.
You never,
yeah,
you
it's
never
close.
know. You never know how it's going to affect you.
Sometimes you have a good theater that cheers when they're supposed to cheer and ooh and ah.
It's possible. Apparently, everybody at the Minecraft movie has been.
You know what?
The kids, they're like getting escorted out and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah. They're not letting kids in without a parent now at certain theaters.
Oh, what are they movie hopping? Like they?
No. There's certain points of the movie that like there's an online trend now that they do certain things during the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. The
like
culture's
Rocky
gotten
Horror
out of
kind
them.
of thing.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. We are so look. If this show hasn't shown you this already, we are so out of touch with
No
the modern
clue.
culture. There is an entire internet culture. I know we're living in the internet like
Mm-hmm.
culture too. Well, we're not really in the zeitgeist because obviously nobody gives a shit except for 13 people.
Yep.
But whatever. Maybe
11
probably down
now.
to 4.
11 now. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, good.
Still. Yep. Yeah.
But like, there's an entire internet, not absentee, but virtual culture that's happening,
Right.
where people all communicate with each other without actually seeing each other or engaging with each other. I don't know if you've noticed this, but like, I'll speak to younger people, not like. Meaning like much younger people than me, people who are like maybe like 18 and they're like teenagers to like 20. If I'm talking to like someone who's like a employee at like a department store or something like that,
Right.
weirdly, they just give me this blank, like flat kind of personality.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Like, there's no, peaks, valleys, or like diversity going on in every.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that everybody is like this, but I feel like it's a trend I'm noticing, and maybe that's because we have like more of a virtual relationship with each other
Exactly.
in those generations,
Yeah.
and those skills really aren't as important.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, we don't need the mirror because you
Yeah.
don't see each other, or
Yeah.
you have filters to do it for you.
Half my personality, probably 90% of my personality is just like impassioned nonsense.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying anything important, but I say it with gusto.
That's right,
That's
and
all
that's
I know. That's
that's
supposed to make it
this is
sound
America.
good.
This is America. So all I gotta do is just say what I have to say loudly.
Say it loud.
That makes
say it proud.
That makes it real. That makes it very real.
I'll make it as real as I want.
Yeah, as real as we need it to be. We've got 12 again.
12 again. We are.
I don't know what's
Why are
going
you-
on. This is,
By the way, guys, if you've just if
we're
you're
gonna
just
do a
joining
Jerry
us,
Lewis marathon.
this is a post-mortem.
Yeah,
of
the
the
show's
episode.
been over. The show
Yeah.
has been over.
But this is kind of unprecedented
This is a
because we've never
post-show.
hosted a post-show
Yeah,
long.
this long. Normally it's
long
just a
engaged
couple minutes.
post-show.
We keep telling everybody to come and watch the live, and they are doing it now. This is the
I know.
problem
People need to stop listening to us. I don't know why.
of saying the things like that into a microphone. People actually hear them.
Yeah, we speak it into
Take
the
it
void.
from me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're used to.
We speak it into existence.
Yeah, we're used to the nothingness that we
It's very
appreciate. it.
Nietzschean. It's stare into nothing, and then nothing
Yeah.
stares back at you.
Yeah, Terry says the Minecraft movie was fun.
Oh, cool. I have no. It's Jack Black, of course, and I mean he's kind of their ringer, right? They throw him in there to make something more.
Oh, yeah, he's
appealing.
always the ringer.
He's always got the right energy to bring to like exciting like kid and adult films. But
Yeah.
I love Jack Black. I mean, I'll watch almost anything he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But Minecraft doesn't have like the special place in my heart the way it does with a lot of people. Like Greg, my brother Greg, loves Minecraft. He has a Minecraft tattoo on his arm, actually.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of hit him at the right place in the right time. I was kind of beyond it. I never really like, I didn't access it really.
Yeah, I played around with it in the creative mode because
Yeah.
it was just basically Legos.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I
it's
just
a
had
good
I had a
concept.
great time, having this free range world that I could just fiddle around with.
Mm-hmm.
I never really played the game by itself, and I never spent a whole lot of time on it. But it's just an interesting concept.
It's a good concept, and I think that at the heart of it, there is something that makes sense that it's popular, right? Because people like creative tools. People want to have simplistic tools to create the worlds they're in. I knew enough kids at the time too that like they were, excited about it and kind of. It was a playground for their imagination. So I think that's why it's got so much appeal.
Yeah,
Certainly can't argue the appeal at all. Just wasn't on board with it when it took off.
yeah, it just wasn't in that alignment.
Just
that's
didn't
all.
happen. Didn't happen to be hitting me at that point in my life.
Yeah, Juan's asking about Minecraft. It's basically Juan. Everything's like in a cube. Everything's a cube as far as the design of everything.
Yeah,
all
it's
made
very
like a
pixelated.
cube.
It's,
Right.
it's like
Intentionally. Yeah.
Yeah, it has like old, like low render, like low graphics. Kind
and
of
so
feel.
basically you're in this world and you go around and like you dig it and harvest materials, and then you can take those materials and turn them into things and build a house and all that kind of
It's
stuff.
very simple. You just chop with a pickaxe, 3 chops, and then like a piece of dirt turns into like now it's like a stone.
It's
for you,
very
and then-
very easy to pick up. It's not
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
super
there's no complicated
accessible.
rules or anything like that. The only thing that's complicated is when you get into the making things process, but there's all kinds of stuff online to figure that all out. But
It's a creative thing. I'm pretty sure the guy who created it like made like a fuckload of money.
wow, I could imagine.
He
so
sold it for
just,
a lot
I
of
mean,
money.
just the merchandising alone.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere without seeing some Minecraft something somewhere. Like you go to like Borders or bookstores or whatever, like little kitschy
Yeah.
little merchandising spots. You'll see Minecraft all over the place. It's
Oh, yeah, it's
and
everywhere.
I feel like we're on the downslope. I mean, just like anytime that they're making like a full length movie of a particular subject matter,
Mm-hmm.
you're like way beyond like the prime of that particular thing. I'd say that you're on your way out, because I would say that even like little kids. I saw your nephew went. I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Beth posted something.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, he's young enough to appreciate it a lot, but it's not like a new or like prevailing thing at this time. I think it came out in like 2012 maybe or somewhere.
Chris
in
is
that
saying that
area.
all the merch is because the Xbox bought it a few years ago. The creator isn't even involved anymore.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I think he sold his shares out for like a while ago, like maybe like a decade ago.
Did we watch Heretic? Yeah, we watched Heretic.
Yes. Oh my, who's asking that?
I think it's CJ.
CJ. We did an episode on
Yes,
Heretic.
it is CJ.
We did our latest two-edit horror episode on Heretic, and
Yep.
we loved it.
Oh yeah.
Take a listen, and Matt does an extra to the
Occult Sideshow. Yeah.
Yep, with it. We picked it out and we kind of landed on it because it was a subject matter that I felt like Matt could really sink his teeth into.
Mm-hmm.
So Act 3, and you can listen to the episode for it, but Act 3 I felt like wasn't as impressed. But I loved the first two acts like a lot. I thought it was like really had me captured.
Totally. Yeah.
But we're Catholics, growing up Catholic. I mean, I'm sure like Midnight Mass. Like I'm sure CJ saw Midnight Mass.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good, so good.
What a beautiful.
But
thing.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that relates to me in such a specific way.
Yeah, it's nice.
When you grow up with it,
especially
you feel
when there's
differently.
attention to detail. That always makes me smile.
Made by someone.
Yeah, who understands.
It's FUBU, baby.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
It's like
Hell yeah.
authentic.
Hell yeah, CJ says he's gonna listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Very
for
cool.
sure. It's we
Very
dig in a
cool.
little bit. We delve in a little deep to it, but it's one that we liked.
Hell yeah.
Definitely liked. That was one of my favorite movies that we watched in this past year.
Yeah, that was. I think. Let's see. I think it might be the case for me too. I'm trying to think if I watched anything else that blew my socks
You know, I
off.
still haven't watched Nosferatu, the latest one. Did you watch it? You put it on the Plex. I didn't watch
I
it yet.
started it and it was too dark, so I was like,
You
I
can't
gotta-
see anything?
I was like, I have to watch this.
You got to
at
get it in
nighttime.
the dark room.
I have to watch this at nighttime. Yeah.
Sometimes, man, it's just their sensibilities. It's like it's fine if you're in a theater, but if you're
Yeah,
anywhere else,
it's-
people. And I know you shouldn't make movies to be seen on a tiny little phone.
Right,
You
of
should not
course.
be making them for that.
No.
However, oftentimes people are going to consume your media like on the go because it's just the way our life is now.
right.
We are like 800 times more productive than we've ever been,
Mm-hmm.
and we are expected to do
You got to hurry it up.
800 times more.
I'll get a tarot download from you at some point. Just starting to get into that. Oh yeah, I'm all about talking about tarot.
Oh, Matt's your tarot expert.
Yeah, CJ's asking. Yep.
He knows a lot about it.
A thing or two. In fact, I'm getting ready to do like a 2-hour presentation on one deck.
Oh, wow.
Deck. So
Man, yeah.
you already we saying oh wow, you know about it already.
No, I do know. I know
Yeah,
about that. I'm just trying to build you up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to hype you up, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's raining mats.
Yep, there you
Can
go.
we get somebody can we get AI to fix that for us?
We absolutely can.
Oh
yeah.
man, we don't have to hire people to do anything anymore.
No,
let's
it's
take the art
beautiful.
let's take the art out of human experience. Let's
That's
just
right. We're
steal
done
it.
with it. We're done with
Steal
art.
it.
We're
People
done
made
with
enough.
art.
People made enough art that we can steal it and
You had
amalgamate
your
it.
chance.
That's
You
right.
had your chance.
Oh, speaking of AI art, that just reminded me. Late Night with the Devil. We did an episode on Late Night with the Devil last year.
Yes, we
Really like
did.
that one. If you haven't seen that one, CJ, it's I'm sure you have. But it was really cool. There were parts of it that were kind of hokey, but there was definitely like sequences, particularly one towards the end, that was so fucking good.
Yep.
Made the whole movie worth it.
It totally did. Yeah. Yeah,
A
it
lot
was
of
good.
fun. It was fun.
Definitely a good one. Worth checking out.
See it for Damien.
That's right. Damien
Or
Dash
David.
Malkian.
David.
Damien Dash Malkian.
If you listen to the episode, you don't know that I was making an error the whole time because Matt
That's right. I edited it out. I cut it out.
cut it out. Yeah, it's David Desmalchian.
That's it.
I knew that, but weirdly I just doubled down on Damien because I thought it was a better name.
We're down
I
to
guess.
8.
See ya.
But that's even that
That's
is
the best.
even that is still high. For
And it's
what we're
way
used
too
to.
high.
Yeah,
Usually we're ending the show with just like Allison
That's
and
going back up
Juan.
to 9. Yeah, so it's,
Oh my
we're,
God, you
we're,
guys.
We're dipping and diving here, everybody.
Man, how are you guys even like able to sit through this crap?
CJ loved late night too.
Oh, man,
Yep,
so
yeah,
good.
it's
So good.
very, very good. Well, everybody, let's do it.
Sure.
Let's call it.
Yeah. Let's
Everybody,
time
let's,
of death.
Let's go. Yeah, let's call it. It's dead. It's been phenomenal. Join us next week, next Tuesday.
Hop on, throw your insults, lob your questions, queries.
Yeah, bring them on down. Let's do
Mainly
it.
criticisms
That's
and
right.
insults is what I'm looking for.
You know, we got to figure out a way. To
Just hit us up on. Oh, wait.
just
what?
let us know. I don't know. Just
Oh, yeah, no.
to communicate.
I want to feel the wrath.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking for.
last call.
Last call,
yeah,
baby.
That's it.
Get your last drink in. Thanks for nothing, Chris.
All right, everybody. We love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next week.
Yeah.